M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 51 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
This defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Bronco switch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gregory. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Let's go now. Thank you.
Off the play fake. Drummond. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
look to throw here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
2nd and 14. He finds his man complete. That's Haynes. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Drummond. That'll be caught by Rodgers. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Bengals at 7-1 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Tap the 60.
Off-play action. Drummond. And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for his tight end. It's 3rd down and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Ready. Liking 18.
Back to throw. Drummond. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Tag. Bronco 80.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Got it. Ready.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Drummond. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rat. 19 Lion. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for Bengals touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, nice move.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Ravens offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Yards the tally on the return there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. The Bengals drive about to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
10 yards on the pickup. In 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Here we go.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Tap the 60, tap the 60. Go.
Off the play fake. Drummond. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
On first down, it's Gregory. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Ready? 70.
Operating from the gun, Drummond. Throw left side complete. That's Haynes. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Go! Liking 18.
Now a give, right side. Grayson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Drummond. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on third down, Drummond. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Gregory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
It's a gain of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in the locker room, in the meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rodgers brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Okay, ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Here we go. Here we go.
Off play action. Drummond. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Off the play fake. Drummond. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Ravens 7.
after the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Gregory. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
34-yard line.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Drummond. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Drummond. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get it.
On first down, Grayson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go. Grayson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a handoff up the middle. Grayson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking to throw. Drummond. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now it's second and 6.
It's now second and 6.
Up the middle they go. Grayson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Room past the 35.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, we're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. Second and 10.
Liking 18.
In motion is Ward.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bengals offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing.
And they'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
Off play action. Drummond.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Cruz on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gregory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Ready, ready. Cowboy.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hey, hey, check that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gregory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
Check, check. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check that.
Up the middle they go. It's Gregory.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Start. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, go. Ready.
Back to throw here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for our offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, and field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Grayson. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. Viking 8. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Grayson trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Drummond. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
The Ravens offense back out there. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
In motion goes the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
In motion is Ward.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gregory.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Set up.
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
First down 10. Their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 15-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cowboy 80.
On 1st down, Grayson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikes. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Grayson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
On his loop for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Let's go now. 72.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Jalen Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
70.
2nd and long. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Come on, come on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Go! Cougar 19.
Across midfield and inside the 45. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnover.
I had a dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna speak